Crazy, crazy, crazy. You see that picture? Before I get into my speech here, really, the reason that I put in all the work and the energy that I put into this community is because, and I am gonna cry, is because of the things that this community has done for that little guy, right? I wouldn't be here without each and every one of you guys and each and every family and each and every meal and each and every lift up and dusting off. And I'll get into that with my speech, but really just want you guys to know more than anything that I really, really appreciate the support. So I was gonna go all res girl and get angry instead of crying up here. All right, we'll get into this. I got about 15 minutes here if I don't veer off, but Anin Wagwish Indigenous, Biju and Dudame, Mrs. Aganing and Dujaba. Fellow band members of the Mille Band of Ojibwe, honored dignitaries, whether we mentioned you or not, we're happy to have you here. In my eyes, everyone here is a dignitary, and I really love you guys, man. Friends, family, community members, specifically Mary Kunish, thanks for coming. My name is Virgil Wind, your new chief executive. I see there are a couple of my teachers in the room, and man, I tell you what, in kindergarten, those are words that they never ever thought would be said, man. So I'm not sure that I ever expected them either. So, there are certainly those days when you're campaigning, when you're making an important decision, or when you're being sworn in to become the chief executive of the Mille Band of Ojibwe, where you question whether you're truly deserving. You question whether you have done the right things in your life to be the person that others can rely on. But with help, love, and support of your friends, family, and community, anything is possible. There's something in my eye. It is these vital support structures that have kept me from falling flat on my face multiple times in my life. More importantly, these supports have stood me back up and dusted me off and sent me back along my path countless times in my life. Some of these times, I didn't even believe that I was worth the effort and struggled with believing in myself. It is those times and those people that have got me here today. This is the result of every lesson, interaction, meal that I was served at all the houses that I was fortunate enough to call home. Words cannot express how extremely grateful I am for all of you over the years that have been here for me. Thank you. Yeah, I'll try that. He's gone. I stand up here today as a testament to those investments and the hope that was instilled in me over the years. Throughout the next phase of my journey, I hope to give that love back to my people. I hope to give that love back to all of you. With these supports, there's no telling what heights we can reach or how sturdy of a foundation we can provide for each other. As I look at the walls of this beautiful room at all of the past chiefs, it is still unreal to be up here. Shabashkung, Art Garbo, Marge Anderson, Melanie Benjamin, I have no doubt that they had great people in their lives as I do, who were there to support them through all their trials and tribulations. In that same vein, I want to extend my sincere thank you to all of my friends, family, and supporters who helped me get here. I also want to thank all those who voted for change. In the Western traditional sense, One could suppose that I may not be qualified for the position of chief executive. I did serve one term as a District 1 representative, and you may have seen my face around a few times. In all seriousness, I have spent my entire life in service to the band and the band's people in some way, shape, or form. Whether it was mowing lawns as a kid, giving tours at the trading post as a shy teen, or building homes in our community as a young man, I've learned from each and every one of you, and I've loved every moment that it gave me with you, the people. These experiences, as well as my term as district rep, serve as the foundation for my knowledge of the Mille Lacs Band government. I also believe that it has more adequately prepared me for the role of chief executive. Throughout the years, nothing has given me greater honor than having the privilege to build our communities. Over the years, I've learned a lot. This one's going to get you. I've learned from the politicians. This one's even better. I learned from the lawyers. Holy. I learned from the consultants, but most importantly, I learned from all of you. I learned how to pass a bill. I learned the importance of looking at them through multiple lenses, and I learned what I value most, the progress and well-being of our fellow band members. That is why during my time as District 1 representative, I pushed hard every day to learn as much as I could to help sustain, encourage, and champion band members. I can only hope that was an effective effort. But before all that, I was an entrepreneur for the majority of my life, learning early on that if I worked hard, dedicated myself to any goal, that I could become or be anything that I wanted. From the early days of making birch bark canoes with my grandma, to pounding nails in the blistering 30 below weather, I was fortunate enough to have multiple opportunities and multiple teachers along the way. You might be surprised how work in construction can teach you so much about life. I've used the word foundation a couple times today, and there's a reason for that. You see, it is the certainty of the foundation that provides for the beauty and integrity of all that is built upon it. When everything else breaks down, it is the foundation that remains strong, so that if necessary, that foundation can be built upon once again. The foundation of the non-removable Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe is in our people and in our children. It's you that's something that none of us should ever forget. And that's not all I learned working construction. I learned the importance of teamwork. I learned that to get any large project done well, you need a team capable of performing the work. That's not to say that you won't have some difficult days where you're behind schedule or over budget, or it looks like you're just not going to get the project done on time. But there are those days, on those days, you rely on your team. You rely on them to come together. You rely on them to put their egos aside and to find a way to get the project complete. To do that, you need people who are both willing and able to do that work with you. I feel like I've assembled some of those people here today. I'd like to introduce them to you. Throughout the course of my career, I have built the ability to construct teams to accomplish any goal. I want to take a moment to introduce you to the team that I will call on to serve you in this next role. As we set out on this next journey, we will add people along the way, but with this core team at the onset, I believe we can provide a great service to all of you. The first two people have been with me through my role as representative. First, there's Darla Roach. Please stand up, Darla. Please remain standing, Darla. Say, quit telling me what to do. Just like at home, I hear that you're not the boss of me. Darla has been with me over the last 4 years through thick and thin, always working tirelessly to bring joy and support to our communities. Darla will be coming with me to the Chief Executive's office as my deputy assistant, ready as always. Darla will be ready as always to make sure things get done. Next, my niece, Nicholas Cash. Please stand up, Nick. Nick has also been with me over the last 4 years. He has proven to be a strong leader in our community by being on the big drum, attending community events, and helping community members whenever needed. Nick will work as my district liaison so that I can continue to have eyes and ears on the ground as to what issues are affecting our band members. Nick, I can't thank you enough, and I'm glad to still have you with me. Congrats. We also are very fortunate to have Kiana Morrison rejoining our team. I have brought Kiana back to the band on account of her native roots and bubbly personality. Kiana is a great person to have in the office with her tremendous sense of humor and incredible ability to keep things light. It really is a skill. Someone once told me that you can't staff an entire office with intense personalities. That's my job, right? That's my job. Something's bound to blow up if you do. Kiana will therefore be serving as research and policy analyst within the chief's office to keep the rest of us from getting out of hand. Kiana, thank you for coming aboard and taking this assignment. Miigwech. Then there's Hannah Valento, the mother of dragons. I always thought that the reviser of statutes sounded kind of Game of Thrones-ish, you know, so over the years, she's been the mother of dragons to me, so we're so happy to have Hannah. I do have a little quirk here that we've successfully poached from the legislative branch, you know. Hannah has worked for the band since 2019 and is responsible not only for the tribal register, but also those beautiful statute books that you see printed here or there. Not to mention the numerous pieces of legislation she worked on and helped the band assembly to push through. Hannah will be working as my legal and policy counsel, continuing to keep an eye on the legislation produced by the band assembly, as well as helping me to set and enforce policy on the executive branch side. Hannah, I am so proud of your advancement, and I look forward to the great things that we'll accomplish together. Miigwech. Finally, just kidding. Finally, there's Adam Candler. Adam will be serving as my senior legal advisor. Adam has worked for the band for more than 7 years between 2015 and 2023. He started his legal career for the band in the Office of Solicitor General, and then he transitioned over to legislative in 2020 before leaving for the National Indian Gaming Commission. It wasn't easy. It was not easy to pry Adam away from NIGC, but together we got the job done, and in the end, it's great to have you home, Adam. To borrow a term from the Tarot statute, this is my core crew, and I will be relying upon them to help build a better Mille Lacs band from now and into the future. If you would please give them one more round of applause. They all get all annoyed when I get all long-winded and they have to stand. They're just going to continue to stand. But that's not the only help I have. The following executive officers have agreed to stay on for my transition. And for that, I cannot thank them enough. Executive officers, when I announce your name, please stand and remain standing until all the food is gone. Just kidding. First, Assistant Commissioner of Administration, Maria Costello. Maria is a longtime friend of mine who always stands up for what she believes is right. I'm so happy to have her on my team. Miigwech, Maria. Second, where'd he go? Just kidding. Second, there's the Commissioner of Natural Resources, Kelly Applegate. Kelly has a long history in the DNR and has done a great job leading his department. I look forward to what comes next, and the battles will still fight together. Miigwech, Kelly. Third, you guys have heard the term baby elder, right? Well, we have a baby commissioner. His name is, where is he at? His name, third, there's a Commissioner of Community Development, Tracy Burr. Tracy is the new kid on the block, as commissioners go, but I expect great things from him, and we're going to work very well together. Fourth, Solicitor General Dog Eagle, Caleb Dog Eagle. Caleb has been with the band for 5 years now and has really grown into this role. He has really taken the heavy task of absorbing much of the band's conflict. And that's a burden I sincerely hope to lessen over time. Caleb, don't think that means I've risen above ruffling your feathers from time to time, though. Welcome aboard, sir. And then fifth, there's Commissioner of Corporate Affairs, Joe Naquinabe Jr. Joe is our most senior commissioner and has been in his role since 2012, a lifelong friend and recent sparring partner. I look forward to working with you, Miigwech. And finally, just suspenseful, huh? And finally, there's Health and Human Services Commissioner Nicole Anderson. So just to get this out there right away, you may have heard or may have perceived that there may be a conflict of interest by virtue of my election of chief executive. In all seriousness, Nicole has been with me through thick and thin. She is my life partner, mother of some of my children. Couple of them. She is also a fantastic Commissioner of Health and Human Services. We will need to have some discussions about how we can both perform our respective roles with the Mille Lacs Band without crossing any statutory or ethical lines. In fact, I have a letter teed up for the band assembly right after this speech, right? Please congratulate all my executive officers for the work that they do and their many accomplishments for the band. I view them as the foreman for our project in rebuilding the Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe. They are there to keep the rest of us working according to the appropriate standards, guidelines, so that the project is completed on time and to the level that we all want it to be at. Please give them a round of applause. My cabinet is not full, however. There are still vacancies within my office and within the cabinet that we hope to fill as we move along. I do believe that we have a great core crew going in, and we do have quorum for APB. So with that being said, please be aware that there are currently 2 commissioner positions posted that we hope to fill very soon. And at this time, I would ask all Mille Lacs Band employees, MLCV employees, and casino employees to please stand up. Every employee of the band, please stand up. Stanley, stand up. Fellow band members, please take a moment to look around the room, whether you're an employee or not. These people have dedicated their lives to contributing to our beautiful communities. They have also dedicated their families to us. They count on us as much as we count on them. Going forward, please remember that we are all in this together, and that together we can provide a better future for us all. Thank you guys so much. We're going to do some great work together. You can have a seat now. I'm about half done here. Just kidding. It don't even smell like food in here yet. Now speaking of the band assembly, this is it. We're married. By that, what I mean is that we don't have a choice but to work together to build a brighter future for all of our members in our different communities. This partnership is like a family. It's like a family in the fact that no matter how much we disagree or dislike each other at times, we'll have no choice but to come back together and work together for the benefit of all of our members. I love you guys, man. Thank you so much. Man, there's a number of things that I look forward to collaborating with you guys on. First, I'd like to thank Carolyn Bolio on being sworn in as a new District 1 representative. I really contemplated putting this in there, but I don't know how she's going to replace her boisterous and questioning predecessor, but I'm sure she'll do great. I'm really looking forward all the way across, right, with representatives, all districts, man. I'm really, really looking forward to the true partnerships for the betterment of the band. We're going to disagree, man. There's going to be days when we dislike each other. There's going to be days like there's been in the past where we're clashing, right? And when I talk about that marriage and that family, we're going to be together, right? We're going to be together. We're going to be at the table no matter what. So I really look forward to what we can do together, you guys. I'd also like to thank District 2 Representative Wendy Merrill, District 3 Representative Harry Davis, and Secretary Treasurer Sheldon Boyd for their steadfast and loyal support to the band. I look forward to working with each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see what legislation we can accomplish together. I might have a few ideas, but please give them a round of applause. To the band members, I just want you to know how grateful I am. Grateful for your support, grateful for your compassion, your empathy, and your understanding that we're all in this together. I heard a saying once that resonates at times. The saying was, no human being likes change except for one with a dirty diaper. I know that I have the appearance of being a big, strong guy who doesn't ever question himself. I know that my voice carries when I speak, especially when I get passionate about something. And boy, do I get passionate about the band. About all things Mille Lacs Band. I know I tend to act like I have all the answers. The truth is that I question myself every day, wondering, rehashing whether I've done the right thing, whether I've made the best choices for our people, and I have cried from the difficulties our community has faced. And no, I don't have all the answers. But what I do have is strength. I have courage and the diligence to wake up every day and try to find solutions. Within the Mille Lacs Band and that little boy that you seen on the screen earlier today, I'm here because of the opportunities that were given. I'm here because of the people and the love that was given to me over time. And when we think about opportunities, sometimes we mix that up with jobs. I got a job, I got a job, I got a job, right? And what we have amongst the Mille Lacs Band is we have thousands of opportunities to become something tomorrow that you're not today. Each and every opportunity is really a lesson. You know, every interaction that we have, whether it be a handshake at a table, whether it be a passing smile on the street, or even when it's Nicole's furrowed eyebrows in the morning, really make us who we are. And through those opportunities and through those lessons, we're going to become better. One of the things that I'm most proud of as District 1 representative was that when I took office, and I say this a lot, when I took office, we had people that wouldn't come if so-and-so was here, right? I'm not going because he's there or she's there or that's my baby daddy. I'm just kidding. But, you know, what we've done and what we've really tried to do through all of the stuff that we've done is really tried to foster family, right? We've tried to bring together community. We've tried to make sure that each and every voice matters. And that's the leadership that I want to bring. I want to make sure that when you call and you have an issue that we figure it out. That's our job. Our first job, first and foremost, is to make sure that we're providing a better life for all of our members. And each and every one of the employees and the elected officials, the outgoing chief executive, everybody has done that for us, right? And we really can't do it alone, you know? So all through all these lessons and opportunities, you know, as long as we keep love and compassion in our hearts, we're going to be better. There will be times when I can't give everyone what they want. There will be times when I have to enforce a rule or policy, or even at times I'll have to let someone down. I won't enjoy that part of the job. but that's the job. That's what I've been elected and now sworn to do. We are in this together. I'll make one promise today. The promise that I can make today is that although I might not always get you the answer that you want, I'll get you an answer nonetheless. I cannot do this alone. Band Assembly can't do it. All the elected officials cannot do this alone. When we talk about opportunities, we talk about lessons, we can't do it. We need each and every one of you guys to take one of those opportunities and run with it, even if it's for a short time. When I think about what's plaguing our communities, what's going to bring us together and what's going to save us is being together as a people. It's going to save us by bringing us together and giving us that connection that we're lacking. And if we can do that, we're going to be a way better Mille Lacs band. When I was District 1 representative, somebody said, what's going to help District 1? I said, man, more people setting the right example, more people fighting the right fight, right? More people doing that. When I was a young child, I don't share this story often, but my grandpa had a boot, man. He had one leg shorter than the other. And I was embarrassed as a kid, man. I felt bad, still feel bad, right? That I was embarrassed of his boot. And nobody else's grandpa had that boot. And, you know, we'd go into public or he'd come into school and I didn't know, didn't understand, you know. And it was years after he passed, I was thinking about that. And my grandpa, he did every day, as long as we were with him, he delivered elder meals. And I remember as a kid, he had this really tall blue van, you know, and my grandpa, he would get out at every house and he would walk up to the elder and he would hand them their lunch and he would say hi to them and they mattered to him. And what it took me years to realize was that damn boot was on the right side, right? He had to lunge that boot into that van each and every time he got out of that van. And it took me years to realize the fight and the struggle that he had to do every single day to bring home $80 a week. Think about that, $80 a week, you know? And then we look at all the opportunities that we have. Right now we have venues, we have positions that haven't been filled for a long period of time. We have opportunities that no other tribe has. We have programs that no other tribe has. We've invested in our people. And now, like Joe said earlier, we need our people to invest back. We need you guys. If we want to get better as a Mille Lacs band, if we want to end the things that plague us, we can all do it. We can do it together. And I want to be that leader for you guys. Please be bold enough to take on this work with me and my team. Please remember how fortunate we are and how blessed we are to call this beautiful Mille Lacs our home. You are that foundation that I've spoken of, and I can't do this without you. We can't do this without you. So please, 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 a million pleases. Let's come together as a people and let's build a better future for the Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe. At this time, I'd really like to, I think the food's ready. Are we ready with food? All right, so at this time, what we're gonna do is we have some limited elder plates. We are gonna ask, as has become customary here, is that we wanna make sure that our elders are taken care of first. Billy, Sit down over there. Just kidding. So what I'd like at this time, please, if you would, where's the buffet lines at? All of the elders will have plates. We don't need servers. All right, so elder servers, please come on up and help distribute plates. Elders, if you would like, please raise your hand because we don't want to be disrespectful. Man, you guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. That'll conclude tonight. Today, we're going to have a wonderful meal. It's an awesome buffet style dinner. I believe that we have Max Blake here. He's going to jump up here and sing some flute, play some flute for us. Man, I only got one word, man. One word. Onward. Onward, Mille Lacs Band. Let's go.